Nice to meet you.
The Zonta Club of Burbank is part of a worldwide service organization that works to advance the status of women. Each November, the local club selects its Woman of the Year. That honor in 2005 went to TJ Baptie of the Walt Disney Company. To put together a story on TJ, Burbank Magazine worked with volunteer producer, reporter, and Zonta Club member Nikki Bonner, who also happens to be a producer at CNN in Los Angeles.
A little girl from, a small town outside of Pittsburgh would, to dream that I would work for a company like Disney and have such a wonderful career. I mean, it is a dream come true. I have to pinch myself. What I found in life is you never take the path you think you're going to take, because originally I wanted to go to college and be a physical education teacher.
TJ Baptie's career began at a typewriter. Although she wanted to be a PE teacher, she was a typing and shorthand whiz.
I worked at a company called Harbison Walker Refractories, and they made the refractory bricks that are used in blast furnaces for the steel mills. And I have since figured out that if you have to explain what your company is, that's not the place you want to work.
TJ's journey from the grit of Pittsburgh to the glamour of Hollywood began during the frigid winter of 1964. About to be married, her fiancé Jack was leaving the Air Force and had 3 job offers. He presented TJ with a choice.
We can move to Seattle, Los Angeles, or Denver. And I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. I mean, it was get me to a warm place. So when I had my choices from Jack, Denver was definitely out of the question, because I wanted to be out of the snow altogether. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm never going to live someplace where it rains all the time, because that's just too depressing. So Los Angeles seemed to be the spot.
TJ moved to California and made it home. A year later, her daughter Karen was born. She enjoyed steady work with increasing responsibility. But in 1977, a turning point. Doing a favor for an old boss and friend, TJ agreed to go for a job interview with Michael Eisner at Paramount Pictures.
Talked to him, I'll bet you it was 2 hours. I knew nothing about the entertainment industry, but it was becoming fascinating. He was fascinating. He was very funny. He was very engaging, very charming. And when I asked him, what the issues were that, that made him want to seek someone else to run his office, and he started talking to me about that, I knew that I could do it. And before the end of that meeting, I was hooked. And I thought, oh my gosh, I would really like to work for this guy. And got called back again, in another few days, and they made the offer, and I accepted. And it's history. That was in November of 1977. That a lot of these pictures on the wall are pictures of Walt with organizations that the company's been involved with since he was alive. That's what really started me on my career in community relations. I did a little bit of that kind of work at Paramount, but when we got here, there were contributions made, but there really wasn't any attempt to get out in the community and really be a good neighbor and work with charitable organizations and utilize all the assets.
TJ quickly tried to change that.
When I got to Burbank, I didn't know anybody, didn't know anything about the city, and I thought, well, the Chamber of Commerce will be a good way to meet a lot of people very quickly. And as it turned out, the Chamber had, the company has been a member of the Chamber, oh my gosh, since the 40s, I think. And at the time that we came over, they didn't have anybody from the company on the board. And they wanted to, get Disney involved again, back involved again, and get active.
TJ's been active ever since. In addition to the Chamber of Commerce, the Boys and Girls Club, and numerous other organizations, she's served on both the foundation and hospital boards of Providence St. Joseph Medical Center.
I know the importance and the depth of what they do at St. Joe's, and I so admire the doctors, the nurses. The nurses over there are incredible. The staff, they work so hard. This is one of my favorites, though, is this yellow hat, hard hat. It's a volunteer's hard hat.
With TJ's involvement, Disney launched its Volunteers program, now a formidable force, not just in Burbank, but around the world.
The Salvation Army has serves dinner to about 2,000 people the day before Thanksgiving, the evening before Thanksgiving. And we've partnered with them in sponsoring that dinner, and we send generally 200 to 300 volunteers to serve the meals, and we bring the entertainment, and you know, so we're busy. We're out there. We love it.
TJ is also out there and loving it on the golf course, supporting city tournaments.
Oh my God! I mean, when I was looking through those pictures, I was dying. And I started laughing, and I thought, well, anybody sees this, I mean, they're going to think I really know what I'm doing. On the other hand, it's the same pose in every picture, just different faces.
And when she's not playing golf, she's playing grandma.
These are my pride and joy. This is Kaylee Josephine, and the middle name Josephine is my middle name. She's the oldest, she's 7 years old. And this is Cameron Grace, and she just turned 4 years old. And for years I've heard people talk about their grandchildren while I was rolling my eyes, you know, wanting to say, oh, shut up already. And they would say to me, you have no idea until you have grandchildren how wonderful it is.
In the future, TJ contemplates a life with more time for granddaughters and golf and gardening. When that day arrives, there'll be no regrets.
I wouldn't trade my life at Disney for anything. It's been grand. It's been grand.
Burbank wouldn't trade you for anything either, TJ. Congratulations, you are our Woman of the Year. For Burbank Magazine, I'm Nikki Bonner.
Burbank Magazine, December 2005. We'll be right back.